Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of July 13, 2024. I'm your host, Sharyefa Muhammad, MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Continued operations. The Russian Federation's armed forces are persisting in their military operations across various regions, particularly in the Kharkov, Lugansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Kherson regions.
Welcome to the Frontline Updates podcast. I'm your host, and today we're joined by Colonel AUC Oguntoye to discuss the latest on the special military operation as of July 13, 2024. Colonel, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's crucial to keep the public informed about the progress of our operations.
Let's start with an overview. How would you describe the current status of the special military operation?
As of today, the operation continues actively across several fronts. We have engaged multiple Ukrainian brigades and effectively repelled numerous counterattacks, consistently depleting their manpower and military assets.
Can you provide specifics on the operations conducted by the North Group of Forces?
Certainly. The North Group targeted Ukrainian forces near Volchansk and surrounding areas. We inflicted significant losses on several brigades, including the 34th Marines and various territorial defense brigades. They attempted multiple counterattacks, all of which were repelled. Losses for the Ukrainian side included over 200 troops and several pieces of key artillery.
What about the actions of the West Group of Forces?
The West Group has been particularly effective. We improved our tactical positions near Petropavlovka and further into the Donetsk and Lugansk regions. The Ukrainian forces suffered up to 590 casualties and lost critical hardware, including armored vehicles and howitzers. This has significantly impacted their operational capabilities in these areas.
Moving south, how did the Southern Group of Forces perform?
In the south, our forces took more advantageous lines and targeted the 24th, 72nd, and other mechanized brigades. We repelled assaults from the 54th Mechanized and 10th Mountain Assault Brigades. The Ukrainian side lost around 680 troops and a diverse array of artillery, enhancing our strategic positioning in the region.
And what developments occurred with the Center and Vostok groups of forces?
Both groups saw substantial action. The Center Group improved our tactical situation in the Donetsk region, repelling 5 Ukrainian counterattacks and inflicting considerable losses, including troops and artillery. The Vostok Group similarly advanced our lines near Storozhivoy and repelled attacks, further degrading enemy capabilities.
Lastly, could you update us on the air defense efforts and overall equipment losses for the Ukrainian forces?
Our air defense units have been very successful, downing multiple tactical missiles and UAVs, which has been pivotal in maintaining our defensive integrity. Since the start of the operation, we've destroyed a significant number of Ukrainian military assets, including thousands of aircraft, armored vehicles, and artillery pieces, which underscores the ongoing intensity and effectiveness of our military efforts.
What is happening in the vicinity of Volchansk?
The main forces of the Ukrainian armed forces are concentrated in the forests between 3 settlements adjacent to Volchansk from the west: Sinelnikov, Sedzelny, and Prilipka. From this area, units of the armed forces of Ukraine are trying to attack the lines of transition to the attack of the Russian army. But the main task of the Ukrainian garrison in this area remains the construction of a defense line.
What is the general condition of the front in Volchansk?
Over the past 4 weeks, several trends characteristic of the actions of the Ukrainian armed forces in this area have been clearly expressed. First, the self-propelled and towed artillery of the armed forces of Ukraine has noticeably intensified. Ukrainian troops are moving it as close to the front line as possible, which is why losses increased significantly. And second, wave-like attacks are clearly visible, mainly associated with the arrival of a large number of mobilized people near Volchansk. Such meat assaults do not have significant success, but the flow of those mobilized, both 6 months ago and 2 or 3 weeks ago, does not dry up.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. In Israel, at least 71 people have been killed and 289 wounded in an Israeli air attack on the Al-Mawasi refugee camp west of Khan Yunis today.